on. Hello, good afternoon. Let's get IG on. Let's see, do I have this right? Good afternoon, folks. How are you guys doing out there? Make sure that we are on IG over here today. Let's see what's going on here. I don't think this is on yet. Hold tight. Let me get IG on, guys. Let's see what I'm doing here or what I'm not doing over here. Why is it doing that? All right, let's see what's happening here. Okay, let's start this over. Good afternoon, guys. How's everybody doing out there? Hey, Andy, greetings. My lovely auntie, I just love it. I just love it. So you just put some sunshine in my day. You just brighten up my day over here. I'm trying to see, IG is not on. Let me see why that is not coming on. Give me a second. Let me make sure that this one gets on. Let's start over. Okay. So here we go. All right. Yes, I got it. All right. You are now live. Oops, excuse the camera. All right, guys. How you guys doing out there? Hey, Andy, thanks for jumping on. I got it. No, I thought I had IG on all this time. I'm all set and ready to go, but you know, who knows? That's never the case all the time. So no matter how much you plan and prepare ahead, something is always in the way. Okay. Hey, so thanks for jumping on over here on IG. Guys, today we want to talk about some effective business loans. And I know this is really great. Let's see. Hello, Sunshine What's a t-shirt? Okay. Hello. I've been trying to reach you. Okay. Well, I will be sure to call you back today. You left some messages for me. Please call me. I will. Yes, I will. All right. Thanks for jumping on here. Stick around. We're going to really talk. I am so happy that you jumped on here. I will definitely make sure that I talk to you today. Okay. All right, guys. So today we want to talk about some effective business loans. And we want to talk about the difference between getting a personal loan and a business loan. I want to talk to you guys about lines of credit. And then we'll talk about some of the SBA loans that's out there. I know when you have your business going, of course, funding is usually a situation that most of us have, because there's not always a lot of capital to back up your business. And a lot of times you need financing to be able to get your business off the ground, to be able to buy equipment if you need to, especially having a marketing budget. You know, a lot of times now with the way we have to do business, we got to have a lot of technological stuff. So we got to be doing a lot of software, a lot of upgrading, a lot of things we have to do now more than ever. So you always need monies to make the stuff happen, right? So you need to have a source of funding from, you know, wherever you can get that, and what's the most equitable and the least expensive. Of course, you don't want to go out and get, you know, hard money loans where interest rate is so astronomical that it's, you know, costs you so much money to acquire. So we want to talk about different types of funding and the difference. First of all, I want to start off with the difference between the business and personal loans. All right. Hey, Laverne, thanks for jumping on here. Makiba Jackson, thank you for jumping in. PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. We will return your call. That's right. Hey, good afternoon. Hey, Nance, thanks for jumping in. That's right. We got all the folks over here. Close for Pop. Thank you guys for jumping on here on IG. This is amazing. We're talking about getting loans for your small business. Guys, we're going to make this quick and simple and easy. Always make some notes on these live or go back and watch them. Hit like and share so everybody can get this information. And so I want to talk about the first point today, guys, I want to make is the difference between getting a business loan and a personal loan. And I want you guys to focus on this, of course, because you know, again, we need funding for our business most of the time, especially when we're just getting started. And sometimes even doing operation, there are things that happen that we need to expand on. And so we need money. And so a lot of times getting a personal loan sometimes might be easier if you have, you know, great credit and you have a good relationship with your bank or with some other financial institution. You maybe have some personal assets. Different things will allow you to be able to maybe get a loan for yourself, a personal loan, much easier. A lot of times, of course, for the business loan, they may need a lot more documentation for a business loan. But the thing about it is you can get a personal loan. Of course, you'll be personally liable. It will be based on your credit score. And if for some reason the business is not able to pay the money back, it will affect you personally. So that's one of the reasons why you want to at least make sure you shy away from that. I'll tell you about the business, getting a business loan instead. And of course, but then when you need the money, of course, you have to get it the best way you can initially when you get started until the business is established, right? So again, getting a personal loan, you're personally liable for it. Credit score is going to be affected if the business doesn't pay, which is not what you aspire to do, of course, because you want to make some money. But then that's what happens on a personal level. Now, a business loan is what you really want to try to get. Several reasons the business becomes the business becomes liable for that loan, especially if you're incorporated. If anything happens and the business is not able to pay the loan, you're not personally responsible unless you personally guarantee it. But if something happens and the business is not able to pay the loan, it stays within the business structure, especially if it's a corporation. The business, though, would definitely need to start acquiring its own credit, right? The idea of having a business so that it stands up on its own, it stands on its own 2 feet, and it acquires its own credit. So if you can get a business line of credit, a business loan, you can use that, pay it back, establish the business credit, and you can extend your business line of credit, because once you pay, right, you get more credit. What you want to do is be able to have the business to acquire more credit so that you can get credit with vendors. You may need to get buy, say, merchandise. You may need to have a 30-day term to pay it back. So you establish credit with your vendors. So it's not only just getting the money, it's also establishing credit with vendors, people that have to supply you with information, with products, with merchandise for your business to really make money. And sometimes, for cash flow purposes, you guys, once you start doing your financial accounting, you'll know for cash flow purposes, you don't want to have to pay for your merchandise as soon as it comes in. You'd rather sell that product, get your markup money, and then pay that bill. But you will not be able to get those type of credit extended to you if the business doesn't have any credit. So you want to try to get a business loan versus a personal loan. Try to get the business loan instead. If they want you to personally guarantee the business loan, then you may have to go ahead and personally guarantee. Just make sure that the business name is the person who borrows the money and you guarantees the loan. So you're not the borrower, but the business is the borrower, so the business can develop its own business credit. Okay, that's what you want to do. So that's my first point today. Let's get a business loan if you can, instead of a personal loan. And if you have to personally guarantee it, make sure the loan is in the name of the business, and therefore the business start establishing its own credit. Okay, so that's the first point today. Thanks for jumping in here, Thomas Zero. Hey, Margie, thank you for jumping on. Lerner Smith, thanks for joining us today. All right, Cognac, thanks for joining. So effective loans, guys, the first point today. So second point, number 2, and this one, number 2, is really great. If you can get a business line of credit, guys, by all means, try to get a business line of credit. The reason for this is if you establish, let's say, $100,000 business line of credit, you don't have to pay on the $100,000. You pay on the money that you borrow as you go along. And I love this because it's like, okay, there's money sitting in the bank. If you need it, you use it, you pay it back, and it's always there. It's easily accessible. If you're short, and let's say payroll, if you're short on inventory, your receivables is not coming in like it should. Now we had a session about making sure you stay on top of your receivables, but sometimes, of course, your receivables may not be coming in as you needed to, and it won't hurt your operation because you have a line of credit. You can go to the line of credit, you can pay your payroll, you can pay your suppliers, you can still continue to operate effectively because there is money there in the line of credit that you can access as just because it's sitting in a bank account, right? So establish a business line of credit as much as they allow you to have. If it's $100,000, and for instance, if you only need to use $20,000 now, and you pay interest on that $20,000, when your receivables comes in, you wind up paying that line back down, and you keep using that money and recycling it, right? But it's easily accessible. So business line of credit, excellent thing to have. So if you can get that, try to establish a business line of credit. You can go to your bank and go to your financial institution and see if they allow you to have a business line of credit. Those are usually, again, like I said, sometimes you don't even need any collateral for those. But there are times when, depending on the line, that you may need to have a collateral, whether that be machinery, equipment, or real estate, or something as collateral. You may need collaterals for those, but there are also lines of credit that doesn't need any collateral for, which is excellent. Okay, and the deal is that those lines become renewable maybe once a year. All they will do, the bank will look and see how well you've used the line, how well you've paid it back, and they just renew those lines and they just keep rolling that money over. So it's a great way to have some money on reserve. Okay, so a lot of folks go out of business because they're not able to meet payroll. Receivables are slow coming in. They may have a huge project. They have a 30 or a 60-day payment coming into the company. You cannot survive if you don't have reserve cash and or a line of credit to be able to pay those bills while you wait for that money to come in. Okay, so try to establish your business line of credit, guys. That's the second point today. And moving right along, let's go to the third point here, and that is SBA loans. And a lot of times we hear about SBA loans, and a lot of people think that the SBA is the one that's lending this money. They have different type of loans. And a lot of times the SBA they guarantee those loans. So there are other lenders who gives you the money, and the loan is backed by the SBA. So they have different loan programs, right? SBA have different loan programs. First one, they have like a micro loan program. This is supposedly the easiest one to get. It's up to $50,000, guys, for some of you who are just starting up your business. Up to $50,000. The minimum sometimes they give is like $13,000. Don't need any collateral. Fairly documented. Don't need a lot of documentation. And you can use that loan to get started or to just keep some reserve for your operation. And you can just use it for any type of, inventory, supplies, business, any business expenses you can use it for. So it's not restricted at all. Again, it's called a micro loan, and it's only up to $50,000 for most small business, and you can acquire that. Go through the SBA. However, they just guarantee the loan, and there's other lenders that would give you that money. So you just have to find a list of the SBA approved and guaranteed lenders and apply for the micro loan if you need $50,000 or less. Okay, so that's the SBA micro loan. The next loan that the SBA got, which is very, very common, which is called the 7A loan. And a lot of you guys may have heard this. I had someone called me and asked me if I know what the 7A loan is. So the 7A loan is a typical loan that SBA will give you. And let's see, they do that loan up to $5 million. For a small business, up to $5 million, you can get a 7A loan from the SBA. This 7A loan you have to have a lot more documentation. Of course, guys, we always preach this. If you are in business, you got to have your financial information in order. You have to have your financial statement. They're going to ask you for that. If you've been in business, if you haven't been in business, if it's new, you have to have financial projection. You have to be able to show how you're going to pay this money back. You have to know how much you plan to make in the future so you can pay this money back, right? So if you're already in business, you just need some more money for inventory, machinery, for marketing, and all other stuff, for upgrading, all this operational activity that you need. You will have to show financial information, your balance sheet, your profit and loss. You have to show some financial projections, show how you're going to make this money. Because the whole idea is if you get some money, you can make money, right? You need some money to be able to improve the business, put things in place, have good payroll, personnel, hire staff, so you can make more money. You make the money, you pay the loan back, and then you start operating from your profits. So again, with the 7A loan, you have to do that. They also want to make sure that there's some personal interest in the loan. You have some personal monies that you're going to invest in your business as well. They feel that if you have vested interests, which we all do, we have vested interests, but if you put finances in your business, they know that you're going to make sure that business works. So you have to have personal vested interest in your business, your financial data, a resume. They have to know that you are qualified to do it, to run this business. And so the 7A loan is just a typical business loan from SBA. And that's one of the loans that most people were getting prior to the disaster loan. Okay, so it's still there for you to get for your business up to $5 million. Interest rate is great. One thing about these SBA loans, the interest rate is great. It's the best interest rate you can get. Up to their lowest 2.75% was excellent. Most of them are long terms. So it's a great loan to have, guys, through the SBA guaranteed lenders. All right. So that's the second point today. There's more SBA loans I just want to touch on real quick. And hey, Eddie's, you're out here again. Thanks for jumping in. Thank you guys over here at IG. So the other loan SBA have, and this is any one of you guys that has a business that needs to find a piece of real estate for your business to reside in. There's the 504 loan from SBA. Excellent loan right now. It is there for you to purchase long-term assets like land, building, major improvement, major machinery and equipment. And this loan is very common now because a lot of businesses that are looking to find a piece of real estate so that they can move their offices or move their operation to. This loan is an excellent loan to have right now that the SBA have, guys. You don't have to have any down payment to acquire a piece of property to put your business into. This is excellent. Jump on this right now. Commercial property, a down payment are very expensive to acquire this. So the 504 loan is excellent for long-term lending. SBA guarantee loan, again, of course, you must have to have all your financial data in place. Once you have your financial information in order, it is excellent. Anything that you have to do, they ask you for it, it's there. You can just, hand it to someone. So we have to do our accounting. We must stay in order. Like they said, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Once you get your paperwork straight, you can be ready for any one of these loans that they have that they ask that you're qualified for, right? And depending on how much money you need as well. So the 504 loan is a great one. Anybody that's running a business out there that's looking for a piece of real estate to house your business, something you want to move it to, if you have offices, you want to move someplace, any type of operation, any type of homes, restaurants, any type of that needs to work out of a building, you can buy one with the 504 loan. SBA is very generous with this loan right now. Okay, and then of course they have the economic injury disaster loan, which is still on, guys, through the SBA. And this is any business that was in operation before COVID. Anyone that's been affected by COVID, the economic injury disaster loan is still there. Great loan, 30 years, no more than 3%, interest rate, 30 years to pay it back. And this loan is fairly easy to obtain. You just have to prove that you've been in business, you have been economically injured by the disaster that took place, and the business really needs this money to continue to operate. And you can apply for the EIDL, which is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. They're still offering those loans, and they've been very generous, up to $500,000 now that you can obtain from the SBA as a small business, okay, for EIDL. So those 4 loans SBA has right now, the EIDL, of course, that's for economic injury because of the disaster. That loan is not going to be permanently there, but the other 3 loans are always there with the SBA, which is the microloan, the 7A, the 504 is there for a moment. We don't know how much longer they'll be doing that one, all right? So, she's there with me. So, guys, this is what the conversation is about today. Make sure you hit like and share this video. Effective loans for your small business. We always got to have some funding so the business can improve, so we can, take it to the next level. Eddie said, just checking. Did you get 19, 20? Did you get 19 and 20? What's that? State filed? Yeah, I am sure you did. I will confirm that for you. And how to pay you. I'll let you know what that story is, okay? And no, you said like file the taxes and then we'll pay later. So I'll let you know about the payment, Eddie. I will hit you up with that. I'll have the office call you, but yeah, everything was finalized. Okay, so guys, let me recap here. Effective loans for your small business. We want to talk about, I talked about the difference between getting a business and personal loan. Of course, you want to try to get the business loan. You want to establish the business, have it stand on its own 2 feet so it can, be able to get its own money, so it can get credit from vendors, suppliers, and you are able to operate a lot smoother. You want to know how these major corporations looking like they're just operating so smoothly. Half the time their cash flow is really tight, but because they have all this reserve money that they can just go to and pay their expenses, so it just looks like, everything is real smooth with them. But on the inside, guys, they are utilizing all this other reserve and they're putting these loans in place so that they can access it to keep the operation moving very smoothly. So the first point was the business versus personal loans. You don't want to personally get the loan. You may have to guarantee it, but let the business get the loan. Liability is not yours. If you're a corporation, business can't afford to pay it. It's a business problem. It's a corporation problem. It's just not yours. All right. Number 2 is the business line of credit. Excellent way to have some money in the bank. The bank will loan you, give you a line of credit, let's say 100,000, whatever that amount is, and you use it and pay as you go. You pay interest on the amount you use. If you need $20,000 to pay payroll this week, you go ahead and use that money. Your receivables comes in, you pay the line of credit back. If the line of credit is low when they start, they will increase it based on your activity. They'll renew it based on your activity. It's an excellent way to have some money in reserve, and it don't hurt your operation in case your receivables are slow or you want to expand. You want to get new equipment and you want to expand in your business and put in a whole nother marketing plan. So second point, business line of credit. Number 3 today is the SBA loans. We just went through those. First one is the micro loans up to $50,000. Not a lot of documentation. Most of the time, this is no collateral there. You can pretty much get it and use it for your business growth. The second one is the 504 micro loans. 504 loan, which is for major equipment and machinery, for land, for building. That's the 504 loan that the SBA has right now. And if you want to acquire a piece of real estate to house your business in, you can get a 504 loan. They're funding those. I mean, I've got so many clients who have gotten this 504 loan just to buy building. They're buying building and they're buying land. They're doing major improvement, major equipment. With this loan, guys, take advantage of it now while it's hot. And then the 7A loan, which is a typical SBA loan, that one there, of course, is always there. You just have to have some personal involvement and investment in your business as well. Great financial statements got to be presented to them, and they got to show projection, financial projection, how you're going to pay that money back, resumes that you're capable of running the operation and make it successful. So this is what you have to prove to be able to get one of these 7A loans. And last but not least, or economic injury disaster loan. If your business have been hurt by the disaster, by COVID, guys, this loan is still available. You can get up to $500,000 in your business, and you can make sure that you have all your documents in place to show that you were in business and you were hurt from the COVID, and so you need some money to get your business back on track, to get your staffing up, to get your marketing up, to get your operation running. And you can get the EIDL loan. It's easy to apply. If it's over $25,000, there's collateral guarantee. However, you have 30 years to pay that money back. Interest rate is low, up to 3%, and you have 30 years to pay it back. And here's the best part: you don't have to start paying until 2 years after you get the money. So you have plenty of time to have that money work for you, to get the business rolling, to get money in there. So you don't have to start paying anything back on the disaster loan for 2 years after you get the money, right? So we can make that happen. We can definitely make that happen, right? You guys with me on that? All right. Okay, so that is what I am discussing today as far as the business loans is concerned, guys. Want you guys to hit like and share this video. Make sure everybody take advantage of this. We always need to have some type of funding to get our business off the ground, to get it rolling. We always need to have some money so that we can carry our receivables and we can continue to let the business grow so we can become more successful. PROBY'S tax, let's see, Eddie, a member. All right, so I already respond to that. All right, so hit like and share, guys. If you have any further questions, give us a call here at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, 323-290-9034. I love this part. This is a commercial. Or visit our website at PROBY'stax.com. And if you have any further questions, we'll come back through here. Put them on the screen. I'll come back through here and personally answer those questions. And of course, if you guys, if no one called you back, it was someone that said they was waiting to call for me, just call the office again or send us an email. Go to the website. We will get back to you as soon as possible. All right, Margie. Thanks, Elaine. I really appreciate you. Appreciate you guys for jumping on here. We'll be back on Thursday at 1 p.m. And we're going to continue our wealth building block this Thursday. We're going to continue. We talked about several ways to build wealth, which was the real estate, insurance, and taxes. We talked about that. So we will be having weekly series on and elaborate more in how you can acquire that stuff and what you need to do, how you can make it happen so that you can continue to build wealth. All right. So the idea here is about getting money, making money, keeping more of your money, saving your taxes, and build more wealth. Right? That's what we talk about here at PROBY'S. All right. So with that said, I am out of here. Is that it? Wealth Builder, we got it together. Thank you guys for jumping on here. Appreciate you. Hit like and share. Get all your friends on board. This is great information. You don't have to pay any consultation fee for this stuff, right? Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. Okay, see you on Thursday. All right. Appreciate that. Hi, Andy. Let's see. Wow. He says, okay, 2 years. Nice, nice. Thanks. All right. Appreciate it. All right, see you guys later. You guys take care of each other and take care of yourself. Have a blessed rest of your Tuesday. Bye-bye.